Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grundler.
Wolverine.
I'm so happy we get to do one of these again. I love these shows.
You have no idea that when we decided that we were doing this one, the entire time I'm thinking, oh my God, okay, here we go. We got to do something good. And then I just smiled, dude, for the entire time of putting them together. And if they don't pick them, I got 3 badass fun ones that I cannot wait to do.
Yes, this show, Bill and I are predicting the programming of the 2023 Noble CrossFit Games Open. Bill has his, I would say, unknown number of events that he has programmed. I have mine. I don't know if you have a part A, C, B, D, bid or
18
not.
scored events, right? In 3 weeks.
Scored events. Very lot of that.
If you will, yeah.
3 weeks. But we are going to lay out what we would program for a 3-week open. Now, the question is, I know we did this last year, did you lean towards what you want it to be or what you think it will be?
I did what I want it to be.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I started going the other way, and I was like, you know what? I don't. It's more fun. It's more fun for me to design what I want it to be, what I think it should be. And because of this, we used to be able, I think, to get a gist of what we knew what the vibe was because we knew who was programming it. And then it went to crap and we knew that it wasn't going to be anybody. And now that we have Boz in there, it's like, okay, we don't know his routine yet. Right. So I decided to pick my routine.
That's a good call because we will have a open programmed by someone other than Dave Castro for the first time since 2011.
Yep.
But I'm glad everybody's here. Looks like people are excited to be here. Alyssa, Corey, Glenn, Kenneth, Paul, Patrick, Renata. Shoulder is okay. I actually had a doctor's appointment today. I'm about just over 2 weeks out of surgery, which means I probably should be wearing a sling, but I'm not wearing a sling.
You didn't wear it last week. Come on. Now. You're not
well, for the show, but I've been wearing it, like around.
I don't know.
And I walked in and they're like, "Where's your sling?" I was like, "Yeah."
You obviously don't know me.
Yeah. And for me, it's not a product of me being like rebellious or stupid. Well, maybe stupid, but the sling this go around is more so I don't do anything dumb. I try to reach for something, I slip and fall, I try to catch something that falls out of my hand, and it's just to keep me together. So he's like, public places, just put it on and don't be dumb. I was like, I'm not in any hurry. I was like, I wasn't in any hurry 11 years ago, and I was still trying to make the CrossFit Games. I'm 40 years old now. Like, my timeline is definitely a bit lower. But before we get to programming the 2023 Open, there's a couple things we want you guys to know is that Bup Naturals is coming out with a new product. Did you see that?
Yes.
It's like is it like this reminds me of like the old school caveman coffee. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like a butter mixed with MCT oil and then blended together. So they're coming out with this product. And I should have pulled it up with my email, but what's the best way to describe it? Like a it looks like a kind of a butter.
It's kind of like it's like sort of bulletproofish, their version of a bulletproof sort of.
Yeah, the whole bulletproof coffee. Yeah, that's coming down the pipeline. They already got their coffee line out. So
which is good.
Talk about stop shop place. Is like you can get your MCT oil powder, the collagen protein, and you can order coffee at the same time. And then when
Dude, I triple bub now. That's it. Now I triple bub.
yeah.
Coffee, protein, and the MCT, dude. It's a trifecta.
Pretty soon we'll be quadruple bubbing.
Oh my gosh.
When the new product
I'm gonna be
comes out.
shitting. I'm gonna be shitting myself like crazy. I don't know what to do
Here's
with
the
myself.
wild part, Bill. The Open, brace yourselves, everyone, is 1 week away to the day.
Yep.
A week. So a week out, why not program what we think it might be? I feel like we got somewhat close last year for just a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
With our powers combined, we were not too far. I mean, we didn't guess them exactly, but we were pretty close. You're pretty close.
There was some stuff in there. There's some stuff in there.
But yeah, if you guys haven't signed up yet, please do join the party, join the community. We've been talking about it a lot because we care about it a lot. And if you're like, oh, I'll wait to the fact that Bill signed up in November,
dude,
and broken all
never happened.
Signing up like the Monday of scores being due. If Bill can do it, you can do it. Go to games.crossfit.com and sign up for the Open today. We are hard charging towards that goal number that HQ has sent out, and I want to smash it. I want to be the generation that bucks the system, bucks the trend, and starts like trending up again. I want to be a part of that.
You know, I just actually Ken from Shipperworks on our OG Culture site posted a blog that I did for our members to explain it, because I think it's important to understand like why I do the Open and all that kind of stuff. And there's still this thing about why should you do it, and you guys just have to understand it's nothing about your scores or where you end. It's just because we are CrossFitters. That's what we do. If you run and you do your little turkey trot and your fun runs, you consider yourself a runner because you do these runs, not just because you exercise and you do runs on your own. That's what you call yourself. So you guys all go to CrossFit gyms, whether it's your own home CrossFit gym or you're in a CrossFit affiliate. Hop into what we do. Do our fun run, which is the Open. It's fun. So just throw your hat in and come on in. Don't worry about being scared about how you're going to finish, or even if you don't do all of them. Like, who cares? Who cares?
I am not doing any of the actual Open workouts this year. I had shoulder surgery 2 weeks ago, but you know what I am going to do? And I talked this out with Kevin Okar. I was like, hey, is it cool if I do the adaptive versions of this? He goes, that would be so fucking cool.
Yeah.
So I am. I haven't worked out or moved whenever this Open workout comes out, like I haven't done anything. I can't. I just have to sit still and heal. But I was like, hey, look, I'm signed up for the Open division. I'm going to get 0, or if it's a dumbbell snatch to start off, I was like, yes, 1. Right? I'll get a score of 1. But I'm going to look at what the upper body extremity adaptive workout is, and I'm going to give it a shot.
I think you should just tape that arm down to your side and just.
Yeah, I got to strap this thing up right. I will I will do something dumb. But that's what I'm saying is like, it's not about your placement on the leaderboard unless you're going for the CrossFit Games. Everybody else is just in it for the fun of it together. And as Alyssa put up, we have our own leaderboard on the Open. If you can make custom leaderboards on your profile. You go to custom profile, custom leaderboard, and use the hashtag OG in the Open. Now, when you guys use that hashtag, it's going to put you on our custom leaderboard. But that is not, I feel like an infomercial.
Yeah.
That's
not all.
For the price of double this, like we're making prizes for our top of a podium. And if you guys go to the OG Culture Instagram right now, I'll just pull it up if you guys are watching for us. We're making shirts for our top 3. Fittest OG in the Open, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And we are partnering with Podium. So we're going to get some prizes from Podium Supplement Company. Prizes with them. We're working with Doc Spartan. We've got some bundles up for our top athletes and Paper Street Coffee. So we're doing a lot of fun stuff for you guys. Why? Because that's the freaking point.
Because it's fun.
Come have fun, but you got to sign up. You got to pay to play. You got to pay to play. So we got all this stuff coming up from the Open. So make sure it's OG in the Open. Do you think Wex Appeal has hashtag Space Wolves leaderboard as well?
Dude, I think he does. Space Wolves.
Space Wolves. Space Wolves. And before we get to the programming, because I know you guys are here for that, it is February. The Trophy Case Challenge in January was 200 unbroken kettlebell snatches at 53 and 35. We have about 5 or 6 that finished. We are tabulating those, and we are getting some shirts prepped and ready, which, by the way, those shirts look awesome. I wish I could pull it up right now.
Do we have that up? I don't know if I have that.
I don't have it right up. I don't have it in my... It's because Ken's on a GD Android, so I can't pull up the green text screen that we got.
Damn green messages.
But this month, Bill, we have a new challenge.
Yeah.
I know everybody was very eager, but we did a odd object weightlifting challenge in January, and we are switching gears to monostructural. And this is an old school one. This is one of those that was never named, but it was kind of like, hey, can you do this in this? And it was a simple one, as simple as a kettlebell snatch. It's a 5K row. That's it.
Yep.
The times, however,
that's it.
The times for the men is 17 minutes, sub 17 minutes in a 5K row. And for the women is a sub 19 for a 5K row. Now, how do we land on that? Well, that's a good question. And what we did was we looked at basically elite times curated by age demographics for these rows. And we looked at demographic between about 20 and 40 years old. For the women, the elite times were 1904, 1841, 1847, 1902. And then with a 20 and a 20 out there on the brackets between 15 and 45. So at that time frame, averaging out, we felt that 19 minutes was a very challenging, yet doable or reachable time. Again, you guys have all the time to get this. Now, on the men's side, same age demographic, you have 1701, 1657, 1706, 1717, right? Bracketing those middle times. 17-minute pace or a row average pace at 17 in a 5K is a 142, which is very challenging, but doable. It is reachable. And when we say reachable, we're trying to create challenges that you need to train for to get. And in the process of training for them, the adaptations you're going to see as an athlete is the whole point of these Trophy Case Challenge. Yeah, we don't expect everybody to press to handstand to a 100-foot unbroken handstand walk today. But if you train for it all year long, imagine how good you're going to get at everything else that you're bad at. That's what we want.
Well, and these are not like your class workout. Like the idea is that it's not just a slightly achievable goal, that it's something that's out there that like you're going to try it the first time and be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like I have to say that I'm almost a little bummed that we had so many people that actually did the kettlebell swing one. Like honestly,
I'm happy for everybody.
Like I'm not happy that they did. They did what they needed to do, and it was awesome. But to me, I was sitting there thinking like, okay, if we put it out and it was literally people would just go, all right, I'm just hop out and do that. That's not what we were wanting. That's not what we were wanting. Not that these people aren't badasses and they were able to do that. The idea is it's like this special trophy case off to the side that you see and you're like, it's just lingering out there and I see you watching me. That one I think I can do. Like I'm actually pretty good at this thing, so let me work on it a bit. I'm going to see if I can do it. Fail it once, fail it another time, and then be like, okay, I can work to get to it and then build and have that goal out there. I think that it's one of the beautiful things about it. So you're right. Like I personally am not looking at the 5K row and thinking like, yeah, 142. I totally want to do that. I totally don't want to do that, honestly.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a whole, 12 of these things that if at some point down the road that I'm like, you know what? Okay, that one's going to be my next one. I'm going to get that row. And it's
Yes.
going to take some time to train and get it.
You got to train for it. And in the process of training for that time frame, imagine the work capacity development you're going to create over that time span.
And those of you that haven't done the kettlebell swing yet, it wasn't only the last month. So I want to make sure you guys know that. Like, we have them up and they're ongoing forever now.
Yes.
That's the idea.
Yes. And the other thing is that each challenge is going to get a different color shirt. It just won't be the same color for everything. So you're like, hey, listen, I didn't get the kettlebell one, but maybe I'll get this one.
What's the black one going to be? Because I need to get
I think the black one has to be the last one.
Oh, okay. I need to start working on that.
It's got to be.
Then. Okay.
Right? It's got to be.
I got to work on that one.
Yeah. So that's it. And yes, as Bill says, there's no expiration date. We are creating these challenges to create a lifetime of progress, carrots out of your reach so that you have to train to get there. That's what we want. And that should be hard. And yes, this might be tough for the longitudinally challenged, which was funny that
Could you imagine back in the day, the third, like we're talking like 2004-ish, 2002, what people actually thought when you had to do 30 ring muscle ups?
Right.
Like back then it was like, the hell are you talking about?
I'll fail out due to fatigue before I even get there. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what we have. 5K row, 17, sub 17. I should say that. Sub 17 for the men, sub 19 for the women. And there is your new trophy case challenge from us. Happy hunting, everyone. Happy hunting.
Go get it, guys. Go get it.
All right, Bill. Let's do the fun stuff.
Let's do it.
Would you like to go first? So what I'll try to do is I'll try to basically try to write everything down.
Okay.
So I'll have it up as we are as we're talking.
Okay.
Would you like to go first?
Sure.
And we'll just kind of walk through your whole, basically like your whole open.
Okay.
So 21 through whatever, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. 23.1.
I'm deliberating on if I want to change the order of these or not, but I'm just going to keep it as is. So what I did is I did go back and look at the events and think about like, okay, what are the ones that we always hit? What are the ones that we've hit too many times? Or if I think we've hit too many times, am I going to do a repeat? Do we do a repeat? Do I do kind of a twist on a repeat? Kind of looking at all that kind of stuff. And then just things that I like, things that I really think are fun and would be really great for a lot of people to be able to get involved in. So I'll just go down what I have here. So the first one actually is a two-parter, but it is scored as 2 events.
Okay.
It is a 15-minute clock. And part 1 is a 10-minute clock.
Okay, so is this an AMRAP in 10 minutes or
it's a 4-time.
Got it.
4-time. So 10-minute 4-time. There'll be a 2-minute rest and then a 3-minute AMRAP is what this will look like.
Time cap of 10 minutes to start.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we start off with 30 calories on the row.
Okay.
And then you do 30 kettlebell snatches. It's 15 on one side, 15 on the other side. I saw those kettlebells and I'm like, yes, I'm putting those in there. So 53 and 35. 15 on one arm, 15 on the other arm. Then you have 30 pull-ups.
Got it.
20 calorie row. And 20 kettlebell snatches, 10 and 10. 20 chest to bar pull-ups.
Ooh. Okay.
10 calorie row. 5 kettlebell snatches, 10 kettlebell snatches, 5 and 5. Okay. 10 bar muscle ups.
I like it.
If you finish ahead of the 10-minute clock, you get extra rest. If you don't, then so it'll be scored by time, and whatever one that you didn't have, it would be like, you know, however many reps you had, it'd be one whatever on top of the cap time. And I would have the rows would be the tiebreakers.
Rows. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I see what you did there.
You see that? You like that?
I like that. I like that.
All right. So then 2-minute rest, and then we go into the second scored event. 3-minute AMRAP.
Okay.
Max clusters, squat clean thrusters.
Oh.
165 and 115.
Okay. Max clusters. So the same weights we kind of had in 2012?
Right. Yeah. So it was that repeat one. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right. Max here. Got that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Let me try to make this a little bigger. Where's the arrow button? Oh, it's getting so old. There we go.
Yes.
How's that?
I like it.
Okay, 23.1.
A and B.
A. Now, are these scored separately?
Yes. And you can't do each. I mean, you have to get through the first part to do the second part. So like you can't go, all right, cool. Well, I'll go back and I'll do the other one. Like you have to go all, like you got to get through the whole thing to get to your weightlifting stuff.
So if you don't get to, don't finish.
No. I mean, for your second score, you can't just do the second score part. You have to go through all the first part and then into your second part.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm following. Okay. I like it. So 100.
I did not get everyone angry to quit. Come on now.
What did he say? For
He's
week
like,
one?
Bill just caused everyone to get angry and quit.
Damn, Bill, for week one? It's so funny because then you get all sorts of stuff across the board. Okay, 23.1. 30 cal row, 30 kettlebell snatch, 30 pull-ups, 20 cal row, 20 kettlebell snatch, 20 chest to bar pull-ups, 10 cal row, 10 kettlebell snatch, 10 bar muscle-ups. You have 10 minutes to complete. If you complete beforehand, you get rest.
Yep.
If not, you go right into it.
Right? You go right into your rest time, your 2-minute rest time. There's a mandatory 2-minute rest.
I'm sorry. Wait, there's a 10-minute cap and then a 2-minute break?
It's a 10-minute cap for that first part. There will be a 2-minute rest regardless. So if you don't finish, you get a 2-minute rest. If you finish early, like I finished at 9:15, well, okay, now I have 2 minutes and 45 seconds of rest.
Okay, so 10-minute mark and then a 2-minute break. So you got an extra 2 minutes on top of that.
Yeah.
All right.
And the whole purpose of that is I want the heart rate to come down so that everyone now has to go hard on the cluster.
I like it. Fair.
Yes.
Fair. Okay. Nice. All right. 23.2, sir.
23.2, 12-minute cap to get, we're doing wall walks and deadlifts.
So for time again?
Yes. Deadlift 225, 155. So this is going to be a twist on the burpee deadlift one, the up and down that we did. So the way I'm going to do this one is 1 wall walk, 2 deadlifts. 2 wall walks, 4 deadlifts. 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 10, 6, 12, up to 10 and 20, and that's the end. So you end on 20 deadlifts.
Okay, so basically double the wall walks with the deadlifts.
Double the deadlifts.
Sorry, double the deadlifts for wall walks.
Yeah. So if you're on 6 wall walks, you have 12 deadlifts in that set.
Okay.
225, 155.
Oh. Simple. Not easy. 1, 2, and then you stop at 10.
You stop at the 10. Yeah, the 10 wall walk, 20 deadlift is the final set.
Okay, and 225 and 155 is your weights.
Yep.
So it's at 55
And
wall
110.
walks and 110.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this up. All right.
The final week.
Got it.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, 18-minute AMRAP.
Ooh.
Yeah. 45 wall balls.
Okay.
15 burpee box jump overs.
Okay.
45 snatch, 95 and 65. 15 burpee box jump overs.
Hey, what was your 115 or 95?
I had 95 and 65.
95 and 65. Okay.
That's it. Round and round and round she goes. 45, 15, 45, 15.
Ooh. Box jump overs 24 and 20.
Yeah, 24 and 20. Yeah.
24 and 20. Wall ball.
10 feet.
You don't
20
know?
and 14 at the 10 feet. The scale division will have the 9 feet.
I like that. Okay. So AMRAP in 18 minutes, 45 wall ball shots, 20 and 14 pounds to a 10-foot target for everyone in the RX division, 15 burpee box jump overs at 24 and 20 inches, 45 snatches. I'm assuming that's anyway.
You know what? Let me do this just because Patrick threw that in there. And that's actually a good call. I'll just say ground to overhead.
For the
45.
snatch.
Yeah. 45 ground to overhead, 95 and 65.
Kind of like they did in 2021.
Yeah.
Round to overhead at 95 and 65 and 15 burpee box jump overs. Round and round you go for 18 minutes.
Yep.
Corey, note to self, may die dropping into Okay.
These are going on my program next week, I think. I'll let you know how they go.
I like it. All right, so start from the top again.
From the top, we have our double two-part event. We have a 10-minute clock to get 30 calorie row, 30 kettlebell snatches at 53 and 35, 30 pull-ups, then 20 cal row, 20 kettlebell snatches, 20 chest to bar pull-ups, 10 cal row, 10 kettlebell snatch, 10 bar muscle ups. Then you go into a 2-minute rest. So you have a 10-minute clock. If you complete it ahead of time, excellent. You get extra rest. If you don't complete it, 2-minute clock or 2-minute rest. Then you get into a 3-minute max of 3-minute AMRAP of max clusters, 165, 115. The second week, 12-minute cap, wall walks and deadlifts, 225 and 155. We have 1 wall walk, 2 deadlifts, then 2 wall walks, 4 deadlifts, 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 10, 6, 12, 7, 14, 8, 16, 9, 18, 10, 20.
You don't want to go back down?
No. I'm bad. I'm not that bad. And then your 18-minute AMRAP, 45 wall balls, 15 burpee box jump overs at 24 and 20, 45 ground to overhead at 95 and 65, and 15 burpee box jump overs at 24 and 20, round and round and round. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. All right. I will, I guess, type up mine as you guys are watching. So it's funny that you had your last one, and I don't know why we always tend to end up doing this. But week 1, I usually keep that as a buy-in. Hey, a buy-in to the Open. It's something shitty for everybody. Everyone gets to play. It's nothing out of the ordinary. But I put an AMRAP in 12 minutes, so nothing too long. Right? I mean, your first one is 10 minutes with a 3-minute thing, so we're close on that time frame.
Yeah.
And I had 10 burpee box jump overs at 24 and 20.
Interesting.
Followed by 20 wall ball shots at 20 and 14 to 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Back and forth. Burpee box jump over for 10 reps. Should take 30 seconds to a minute, depending on your fatigue level. 20 wall ball shots should take.
You're looking like 6 rounds?
6 rounds plus for those that are got their shit together, and then maybe 8 For those that are super fit, which just means you're not doing really anything more than Karen, you're sitting at 50 to 80 burpee box jump overs. And yes, Anthony, you got it right. It's just legs and lungs and work capacity, which is usually what the first open workout's going to be. It's not sexy. We're not trying to set the world on fire. We're just trying to set everything else on fire in the process. It's the one everybody can do and they don't want to do it. And I feel like that's usually how a week 1 open workout goes.
Yeah.
Is this kind of when you were talking about switching your order? Is that what you wanted to switch?
I honestly, originally when I was playing with it, I was going to have the wall walks and deadlift first, but I was like, that's similar to like, it's almost like a repeat of last time. It's not the same, but it's similar to the second one last year.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I just don't know if starting on that one is more like, oh, we're going to be like a lot like the last one. And that's why I kind of was like, you know what? No, we'll just go. I decided to go flashy on the first one.
Yeah.
With that. And so as I was kind of playing with it, I went flash and dash on the big one to like, I don't like you were like, okay, what's the big one going to be? Give me the big old gong of what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to think of on that one. So yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
No, that's all good.
Because I think like your 23-3 is a good week 1.
Yeah.
And your 21 or your 23-1 in AB is a great week 3.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was thinking, right?
And it's weird.
Fairly similar for a week 1.
Right.
23.1. But yeah, the idea is here is like you're pushing off the floor, you're jumping onto a box, you're squatting below parallel, you're throwing a ball to a target. There's a lot of interference, but there's a lot of fitness involved when it comes to this. And those that be too tired to jump on a box will be not fit enough to jump on a box, in my opinion.
Right.
You know. Okay, so that's mine. Simple, devastating.
Yeah.
All right, my 23.2. This one I had to play with a few times, but I have 2 5-round parts. The first one will be 4 dumbbell push press at 1535, 2 dumbbells, 8 and 6 cal row, followed by 16 alternating dumbbell snatches at 50 and 35. Single dumbbell snatch 50. 5 rounds of it. This is for time. My time cap is 15 minutes. And you go into the next 5 rounds, where you'll be doing 4 handstand push-ups. So we're elevating the difficulty.
This is similar to the quarterfinal one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
4 handstand push-ups, 8 6 cal row doesn't change. 16 alternating dumbbell snatches doesn't change volume-wise, but it does change weight-wise. You have a 70 and a 50-pound dumbbell on the back half. So 5 rounds for time, 4 dumbbell push press at 50 and 35, 8 and 6 cal row, 16 alternating dumbbell snatches at 50 and 35. Into 5 rounds, 4 handstand push-ups, 8 6 cal row, 16 alternating dumbbell snatch at 70 and 53. And I kind of want to make these strict.
Did they say that they would use the heavy dumbbells and kettlebells, that they weren't going to use the heavy dumbbells and kettlebells in the open, but they would in the quarterfinals? I thought there was a video that
yeah, I think it was the kettlebells.
Okay.
Heavy ones. I believe it was the
I like that a lot.
And I wanted a
this is kind of like that Diane into the over Diane one.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. The skill level is changing. I wanted to just go directly shoulder over head, even though I know we did wall ball shots previously, but I just wanted to be the easier version of the handstand push it that we'll get at the end.
Yeah.
The 70s will not be in the open. Fuck. Okay. Well,
go 4 rounds and then up your numbers. 5 strict handstand push-ups, 10 and 8 on the calorie row, and 20 or 20 something on the dumbbell snatch at 50 and 35.
I could double it. Now I'm bothered. We'll do this. 5, 10. So you guys are getting a live of how we think about things. 5.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
No, I wanted this. Yeah. 10 and 12. And
You can change your time.
oh, fuck, that's a lot of dumbbell snatches. It's 200. No, I'll do this.
So you guys, when you come up with those of you guys that are programming at home or program for your gyms or whatever, this is exactly how it should work. You have to kind of, just because the numbers are pretty doesn't mean that it always works. Look at what you're trying to do, how many rounds you're trying to get through, or how long should each one of these things take. And you have to kind of pick back and forth, just like what Chase is doing.
Okay, so here's what I did. Since we can't use the 70s, we'll do 5 dumbbell push presses. So 5 rounds, 5 dumbbell push presses should take 10 to 15 seconds. 15 and 12 cal row, which is 45 seconds in a workout comfortably. So that's about a minute. 20 alternating dumbbell snatches. That'll take you about a minute again. So the cap's 15. Maybe I'll push it to 16. So 8 minutes and 8 minutes. Second set, 5 strict handstand push-ups, 15 and 12 cal row. We'll keep that the same. And then 20 dumbbell hang power cleans. So you have a pull from the floor to overhead with the dumbbell snatches in the first part. Then you have a pull from the hang to the shoulder in the second part. So I'm hitting a lot of different range of motions with a single or double dumbbell.
Still 5 rounds or 4 rounds on each?
5 and 5.
So 2. So each round's about 2 minutes?
Each round's about 2 minutes, which means I'm meaning a 16-minute cap. Which means you're not finishing this workout if you're not fit.
If one round is 2 minutes, you got 5 rounds. So that means the first half is 10 minutes, right?
All right. Yeah. God dang it.
That's what I was saying if you want to go to 20 minutes.
20? Yeah, because this could be our long one.
Pretty.
20. Time cap 20 minutes.
Boom.
Yeah. That's our long one. Okay, so push, cal row, legs and pull, dumbbell snatch, hinge and pull, strict press on the handstand push-up, same cal row, dumbbell hang power cleans, meet in the middle. All right. That's how we get there.
I like it.
All right. Now this one, I don't want to speak up too soon, but I'm losing confidence because of the weights, but I'm pumped about this one. All right. So this will be there'll be 3 rounds of each couplet here. All right. The first couplet will be 3 toes to bar and 7 cleans at 95 and 65. Should say squat cleans. Say that. Squat cleans. Okay. 3 rounds of that. The next set is 3 rounds. So there'll always be 10 reps divided between the couplet. 3 and 7 is 10. Got it? 4 toes to bar, 6 squat cleans at 135 and 95.
Cool.
You have 6 minutes to get through this. Okay? If you get through it in 6 minutes, you can continue on to the next 3 rounds, which will be 5 toes to bar, 5, I'm just going to put cleans. You guys know what I'm fucking talking about. At 185 and 135. If you get done before the 9-minute mark, so you're going to get 3 minutes.
I like that set. Yeah.
Okay? You get 3 rounds. Oh, I'm sorry. It's chest to bar. 2 rounds of toes to bar. Next round is 5 chest to bar and 5 cleans at 185 and 135. The next one is 6 chest to bar, 4 cleans at 225 and 155. If you make it by the 12-minute format, right? So you get 3 minutes each one you get.
Got it.
Except the first time, because you get 6 minutes to get through the first couplet. Okay. The last one is 3 bar muscle ups. No, sorry, 7 bar muscle ups, 3 squat cleans, 275 and 185. So from the top, 3, 2, 1, go. 3 rounds, 3 toes to bar, 7 squat cleans, 95 and 65. Into 3 rounds of 4 toes to bar, 6 squat cleans at 135 and 95. You have to get those 2 done by the 6-minute mark.
Can you bank?
You can bank.
Okay.
Like you don't have to wait. You can bank.
I love that format.
Okay.
I love that format.
If you get through the second couplet by the 6-minute mark, the next round is 3 rounds for time, 5 chest to bar pull-ups, 5 squat cleans at 185 and 135.
Put the little the hash mark in between those things. So get the first 3, and then after the
I'll do that.
So you can just kind of do that. Boom. Yeah, cool. Oh, I was just gonna say the dotted line.
Okay. 6 minutes. How's that?
9.
If you finish before the 9-minute mark of the 5 and 5, the next round is 6 chest to bar, 4 squat cleans, because it's always going to be 10 at 225 and 155. And then the last round, you have 3 more minutes, which means the time cap is 15 minutes total, 7 bar muscle ups, and 3 squat cleans at 185 and 275. And I really like this one. Because what I was thinking about is the first buy-in. Again, everyone can do this. It's only 3 toes to bar, which means even if you're like the run and jump and swing 1 rep single person,
yeah,
you're gonna be able to get the first 3 rounds because you have 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the next round, if you're the singles person, you're going to be fatigued on the toes to bar. And those squat cleans probably aren't the easiest for you at 6 reps per. So I put that 6 minutes in there so people don't feel like their workout's only going to be 3 minutes long.
No, I think that's perfect. Right? This is one of, especially when I was heavy into the competing side, like these ones were awesome because the better you were, the more it sucked. Like you put yourself into a hurt locker just because you just happen to have some more fitness. So congratulations. I love the setup. It's awesome.
And I think the total volume is 75 gymnastics movements and 75 barbell movements. I think that's the total reps for everything.
It's also very reminiscent of the cleans that increased the toes to bar and the double under one.
I just didn't have the double unders in here. Now, could you put jump rope in here? It's like, yes, but I think we can save that.
No, I like what it is.
Have been in there every year.
But the thing is, like, you changed, like the gymnastic move changed. So I like how that. Yeah. It's using the idea of the things that we've seen, and then modifying it and making it different. Even though that there are obviously some similar components, but it now changes. Yes, you have your strength piece where you have to be able to have a good clean, a good squat clean. You have to be able to get, depth and range of motion and have that strength. But then you also need to have, if you get up to where you're doing the heavy, like this would be really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Our elite level athletes, because everyone's going to be fine in the beginning. Like the first half of this is not even a big deal at all. It's like, okay, now how fast do they push the chest to bar and the squat clean to 225, 155, and then now they're forced to go unbroken on the muscle ups.
Yeah.
Which is rad. In a grip, especially when you get to those heavy cleans at the end. That's super cool.
I think Kelly asked snatch. It's like, I'm already dumbbell snatching, so I didn't put in a barbell snatch. I wanted to get a heavy bar in there that wasn't a thruster because we have wall ball. I have wall balls programmed in here already. And having a wall ball thruster in like 2 of the 3 events, which is the same exact movement pattern, I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change here if I were to think is like, I would probably, if I were to throw anything in here to balance out, let's say your monostructural gymnastics and weightlifting, I would throw double unders in here. But in the first 3 rounds, it would be probably single unders.
Yeah.
And I think what I would do if we're just brainchilding this, I would probably do 20 reps. 20 single unders, but I would bump the time up. I would add time. So I'd add a minute to everything.
Got it.
So each section you complete is now 4 minutes. Your max total time is 20, which is actually the same time format as we had with the clean toes to bar double under workout. Right. This is a version of, but a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so in the first round, it'd be 20 single unders. And so that's 60, 60. So you're at 120. The next one, I would keep it at 20, but then I would change it to double unders. Right. And on the last one, I'm not going to do the double cross unders. I would still keep it at the 20 double unders.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at 120 single unders and 120 double unders plus another 80, so 180. So that's really 300 total jumping movements. I think that's fine.
Over the course of 20 minutes, yeah. I'm not even a fan of the double unders, and I'd be like, no, that's fine.
I think that's enough to be like, you can't be bad at them, not because it's too hard, but you're going to lose time.
Yeah.
And there's no time in here to lose time, right? Like if you resulted to singles on any of these gymnastics movements, you will not finish this workout no matter how strong you are. You won't. You can do singles on the barbell work, but it's like quick singles. And on the double unders, it's like, don't lose 10 to 15 seconds because you missed 3 times.
Right.
Which is really easy to do when we're tired. Right.
And yeah, in the transition onto the double unders is going to be a big deal too. Picking it up and going right into it, not the one where you do 5 singles before you hit your first double.
Mm-hmm. And when I say 10 to 15 seconds, I'm talking about like 4 a section. Like miss 3 times, like, oh yeah, that's a bad round. I'm like, no. I'm giving you 3 breaks for the whole couplet. Meaning if you miss 1 time every set of 20, that is 15 breaks. We said that's 15 seconds worth times. So like you're going to lose 2 minutes of just not being good at double unders. There's no time for that.
Yeah.
I like this. I actually like this better. I didn't mind the couplet, but man, double unders have been there every year. I don't see them bucking the trend now.
It was it was really weird, like to play with it and see things, glaring things where you're like, okay, I know, dang, I didn't even put that in there. Do I need to put it in there? And it's like, I mean, you have to walk that line,
Yeah. It's like, no, I'm not putting thrusters in the open.
Yeah.
I have wall balls. So yeah. All right. So from the top, 23.1 AMRAP in 12 minutes, 10 burpee box jump overs at 24 and 20 inches, 20 wall ball shots, 20 and 14 to 10 feet. 23.2, 5 rounds for time, or it's not, sorry, 5 rounds, 5 dumbbell push press at 35, 15, 12 cal row, 20 alternating dumbbell snatch into 5 rounds of 5 strict handstand push-ups, 15, 12 cal row, 20 dumbbell hang power cleans with 2 dumbbells. And then what we just went through with the whole 23.
It's so funny, dude. You started off with your first one. You're like, you know what? We're not trying to burn the house down. We want it to be nice and simple so that everyone can hop in. And then after week 1, you're like, 5 rounds and plus another 5 rounds, and the other one's got minutes on top of minutes, and you got to make sure that you got a judge that knows exactly what thing you're going to be going to. I mean, I love the event. I'm just playing.
The first round of the 23.2 is easy,
right?
The second round, you're like, oh shit,
right? No, those were good. I love that. I like that last one a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and I honestly would be fine not putting in the jump rope, but it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there. All right. Will we get close? Who knows?
Who knows? But I tell you what, my people are going to have some fun over the next couple of weeks doing my workouts. I'm gonna have them do that last one too. I'm gonna do that last one.
I know.
Sure.
You know, it's sad. It's like programming me all this. I'm like, God, I wish I could do this.
I know. Oh yeah, for you, I know.
I'm happy if I can put my hand on my computer to type this. I'm like sweating. It hurts so much to hold my hand to type it up. But yeah, we'll post these up for you guys. We'll chop these up, put these in a little file, and we'll throw them up there on our Instagram page. If you guys have your own predictions, fire away. Fire away. Renata, do we know who's programming the Open? Boz.
Boz is
programming the Open. Now with this, I don't think there'll be any repeats. I'll go a step further. I would argue, barring a like great program top to bottom event, with only 3 weeks, I don't think they should ever repeat again. Hot take.
I honestly, I know that part of our methodology is observable, repeatable, measurable, all that kind of thing. And, you know, I want to see what my fitness is compared to last time that I did this. I completely understand that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do think that it's not a true scientific experiment because there's a lot of other variables that are involved in that: life stuff, sleep stuff, stress stuff. So it isn't like a 1 year to 1 year, everything's exactly the same. Now let's just see if I've gotten better. So yeah. Honestly, I never was really a fan of the repeats either. And with less time, with less weeks of things that we're doing, you're right. I would rather see, we have 3 weeks. Give me 3 creative new ones that make me excited.
Right.
So I agree with that.
You do repeats. The quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Go nuts.
Yeah.
But in 3 weeks, that was my prediction last year. There's going to be no repeats. And that was the first time since 2011. But I'm with you. With 3 weeks.
Yeah. So,
I get it. I know why. I get it.
No, I don't.
I think it's somewhat lazy.
Yes, I agree with that. Now I know that this is the one stage where all of the worldwide CrossFitters get a chance to test themselves. But I think instead of, you know, using the metric of, do I do better on this workout that we just did last time when we only had 3 events, or is my place on the leaderboard higher or lower? Is that the marker of my fitness has increased or not? Like, neither of those are actually like true positive results of, yes, I'm more fit, or no, I'm not as fit. Mm-hmm. I could better my score and be lower on the leaderboard, depending on who's in there and other things that other people have done.
Which is why I think they repeat a specific workout, because like, well, listen, I am fitter, but just more people did the Open this year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get it. I get it. But we have 3.
Measurable, observable, repeatable. But there's only 3.
And it doesn't, like, that's for in the gym. That's for like when you're training, I think.
Would you be more upset if they just did 1 repeat or all repeats?
All repeats. I'd be pissed.
I would too.
Say, I honestly, this is gonna be anti to everything that I have said over the last couple weeks. I would say, give me my $20 back. Like, I don't even want to run your race because it's not going to be fun. To me, it wouldn't be fun.
I don't know why I'm like conjuring up negative ideas, right? So
that won't happen. That won't happen. We know that won't happen.
I don't think it needs to happen.
I don't think it needs to happen.
But again, it's like, I get it. I see why. I get it. I just don't want it because selfishly, I just like seeing, like, I want to see
what he puts together. I want to see what he puts together.
I want to see that. And
I want to see the new Boz direction.
Yeah. The quarterfinals and the age group and the teams and the semifinals.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite part of the year. It's the Open season is cool. It's fun. We're all in this together. So like, just give us your best shot. Right. And that's part of it too. In the Open is like something, you know, for 13 years, is like me versus Dave. and sometimes it felt personal. I was like, cool, deadlifts again. All right, cool. Another 1 rep max strength test. Okay, I guess we're not learning your lesson. And now this year it's me versus Boz with one arm. With one arm tied behind my back. But I'm excited what Boz has in store. Again, from the whole season. What I like is that he gets his first shot of telling a seamless story from end to end. Because yes, Boz did the quarterfinals last year, but he did none of the semifinals except for those 2 events. But I won't even count that as anything because they were, whatever. And then he had him do the CrossFit Games. So there was like the only similar thing was we just kept doing shuttle runs, right? Now we get to see Boz's first story, like his first novel, end to end. What's the theme? What's the thread? What's the picture he wants to paint? What is the test going to be? Not just at the CrossFit Games, but how is this thing going to evolve and build off itself from opens, quarters, semis, finals? I am really excited that he gets to have everything in one place again.
And I'm interested to see if he does it. I mean, yes, he worked with Dave. He was on Dave's team when they were putting things together and testing things out and all that. Is he going to have the same process that Dave had? Is it going to be that there's a thread that's running all the way through? Are there going to be anchors for each of his different qualifying setups? I mean, me and you are very similar in what we program, but a lot of times how we program and how we get to that end game is different. So Dave and Boz are very different individuals, even though they've come from the same old school, cloth of CrossFit. But you're right. It's going to be really interesting to see what his direction is. Is it a storyline? Is it a thread? Is it I'm looking at this and then I'm individually looking at this and then I'm individually looking at that? I want to see how he does it. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see how he does that. Do you think that we are going to see shuttle runs in the Open?
No.
You don't think so?
Well, I guess if I were to answer your question,
because I really hope that it's not. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, everything is crossed. I do not want it to be that way.
Well, that's the one area we haven't done shuttle runs yet.
That's true.
They were supposed to be in the Open.
Shit, that's right.
But they weren't in the Open. Do they? No. I think it's amazing how played out a movement can get in less than a year.
Right?
2, if we learned anything from last year, if you couldn't get the quarterfinal athletes to do this correctly, why would you entrust the rest of the world to do this correctly? And yeah, as Wad Zombie said, it's like, I think it just should create more of a I think it would take away.
No, all those things I agree. It's not going to add to what we need.
Yes.
It's not going to improve or enhance that first stage of qualifying into the quarterfinals.
Right. If you're going to do shuttle runs, just row. Listen, I get it. Shuttle runs is running in the Open. It's fatiguing. I get it. I know why. I'm not going to say it's like this workout sucks because there's shuttle runs. It's not a good test. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the shuttle runs are going to be the only thing people talk about instead of talking about the test, the fun part of the Open and what we're going to do. The only noise that will come out of that test will just be shuttle runs. And I don't want to talk about shuttle runs anymore.
Right.
I want to talk about what do we do for 23.1? What's the strategy? How are we going to do this? Like, I want to talk about that. And I think the shuttle runs will be a distraction.
I agree. Do you think that there would be that they would risk the idea of putting in a new movement of some sort? Like when they threw the wall walks in there, even it wasn't a new movement, like something we haven't really done in competition, but it maybe has popped up on .com or something like that. We're going to go that sort of direction. Do you see anything new like that coming in?
I could see you had a kettlebell snatch in there.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Okay.
I would be shocked if not. really. I put in dumbbell hang power cleans. We've seen that in the quarterfinals, but we haven't seen that in the Open yet. So that was like my trickle down movement.
Yeah.
I mean, we would get that all the time. Something happened in the games. We saw it next year at regionals. It happened at regionals, and we saw it next year in the Open.
Mm-hmm.
That's how things moved along from year to year. And sometimes the test evolved because we took the advanced level movements and we moved them to the level below to advance the level below more. So I can see that. But I think I would like a kettlebell snatch.
I would too. I would too. Like I'm thinking back at the quarterfinal things that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the semifinals things that we saw, the standard workouts, the new girl workouts that they had. Wondering if they would do something like that to throw that in. What is that one, like the 3 rounds of 3 and 3, the burpees and the
Gretel?
Gretel, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, Javier is like, shuttle runs are not hard. I know, we just said that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong fitness testing wise of a shuttle run, but it is a mess, and it's going to take away from the conversation that should be centered around the Open. That's
well, and just we've done it in every single thing. We don't need to do it in here also. It's like we never said that they were bad. In fact, when they put them in, I honestly was like, okay, cool. Now we know we can do it. That doesn't mean have to do it in every single one. Is all I'm thinking. Nah, I think you're missing it, dude. I think you're missing it.
Point, Javier. Thank you. Hope they don't trickle down Will Brandsetter. This year's Open. So, well, that's why we're taking over the semifinals again. I say we, CrossFit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining the show. We will post these up on our Instagram page. If you guys don't follow us there, it's just Get With The Programming on Instagram. No underscore bullshit anymore. I got that. It's pretty sweet. Again, if you have not signed up for the Open yet, we are 1 week away. Join the party, join the fun, join the community. Go to games.crossfit.com and sign up, and let's have the best year we've had in a long, long time. Something for all of us to say, we did that. We were part of that, and I'm proud of that. I would love to have everybody along with Bill and I and the rest of the CrossFit community across the world. The Open announcement will be in Madrid. I think it's the same time local here. So like noon Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock Central. I will be there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I'll be leaving on Monday. And I have no idea how that flight is going to go sitting in that seat.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
With my shoulder. Open leaderboard. Yes. If you guys want to be on the Get With The Programming Open leaderboard, use the hashtag OG in the Open. OG in the Open. Get yourself on the leaderboard. As we said earlier in the beginning of the show, we've got prizes for us on the OG Culture Instagram page. The top 3 men and women will get a first, second, and third place fittest OG in the Open shirt. We're also partnering with Podium. So your top 3 will get some supplements from Podium. Doc Spartan is working with us as well, and Paper Street Coffee. As more register and sign up with us, we will let you know what is in store for you guys. But again, you have to use the hashtag on the custom leaderboard, OG in the Open. Well, you got our events. We'll see what they are in a week from now. Again, we'll put these up on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining the show live with us on YouTube. We're so excited that the game season is just around the corner, which just means a lot more analyzing the programming and predicting the programming for Bill and I. Yes. You guys have a great weekend. Get your butts signed up for the Open. See you on I'll steal a line from Roy McKernan.
Yes.
See you on the leaderboard.
Bye, guys.